And I am so excited to be with you today. It's Wednesday, and lots of conversations in the last week have come up about living a healthier lifestyle and what does that look like for everyone. And we're actually starting a new group on Monday, making some simple changes, and it's an incredible detox and cleansing program, and it follows 10 guidelines. And so lots of great conversation around what do I have to give up? And do I have to give up everything? So a lot of people think, I have to give up everything to do this. And that's not it. A healthy lifestyle involves a lot of different small pieces. And so you can make little choices and make big changes. And then it starts to be like a snowball, like you're rolling it down the mountain and the snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's kind of like what a healthier lifestyle looks like. Doing something out of fear is not good. It's not a good motivator. It's not something that's going to propel you. Fear does not work. So if somebody says, well, I'm on these medications, or I'm being asked to give up all this stuff, and if I don't, this is what's going to happen. That is not motivating. Living your most vibrant self is incredibly inspiring. I will tell you, because I've done it, and it is amazing because it propels you to the next thing. Excuse me. Just drank some water and went down the wrong way before I got on. So, these little pieces of lifestyle, let me hold on a second. I'm going to cough again. I feel like when I cough, people are going to run into the next room. Okay. And these little pieces are all fit together like a puzzle, and they allow you to optimize your health and your life. So what's motivating is undoing some bad habits or things that you'd like to change, and substituting and entering new things that are in your life that's going to help you. And so it could be all kinds of things. So a healthy lifestyle, obviously good nutrition, that's a huge piece of it. But it's also drinking enough water, like I did, that I'm choking on now, and getting enough sleep. That was an area of my life that I struggled with for a long time. So getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, movement. And a lot of people think, oh, I have to go to the gym and I have to work out 5 days a week. That's not it. It's moving, like at least 15 to 20 minutes a day, doing something. And now that we're in the state that we're in, it's become a little bit more challenging for people to figure out how to do that. Well, walking is incredible. Riding your bike is incredible. I have a friend that I'm getting to know, and she's made it a point. She walks every morning and she rides her bike right after her walk. It's incredible. She's really doing amazing with it. So reducing our stress, meditating. Maybe you don't meditate, and that could be one simple change. And so there's all these little pieces that are involved in a healthier lifestyle. There is no silver bullet. There isn't one thing that's going to change everything for you. It's all these little pieces, and that's where people, I think, get overwhelmed a little bit. So it's real important that you look at what you're doing and decide, like I put on in front of this video, like what's one thing you'd like to give up in order to get to something better. So let's just say it's sleep. You want to get some more sleep. Maybe the incremental change, and this is what I had to do, is like set your alarm 15 minutes earlier in the evening to go to bed. So maybe 1 week, instead of 11 o'clock, you're going to bed at 10:45. Then the following week, maybe it's 10:30. And you have to back it up. Those little changes are going to be huge for you and how you're going to feel the next morning. So taking little bites and not thinking you have to take the whole thing on is hugely important. And a lot of our roadblocks have nothing to do with willpower. Honestly, it isn't. It's about comparison, like they're doing better than me. And I will tell you that comparison is the killer of dreams. So you don't need to compare yourself with anybody else, what they're doing, how much weight they've lost. They've lost this many inches. Their BMI went down. They're walking 4 miles. I'm only walking down the driveway. That's not good. So don't compare yourself to other people. And then being on a roller coaster, that's what I did for years, is I'd lose the weight, gain the weight, lose the weight, gain the weight. Now I know why that happens, and there's a reason why that happens, and that's why I shred every single month, and that has not happened now for 10 years. Yeah. So, and then, maybe it's, like, I'm trying to think of another one, another roadblock, oh, okay, so maybe you take too much on. So maybe you're trying to do way too much. You're trying to get into, the gym and a certain program, and you got to buy all this equipment, and you're doing all this stuff. So taking on too much, and then losing heart when you get discouraged. Everybody gets discouraged. We all do, right? So it's really important that you don't get a roadblock with some of those things, and comparison is one of the worst ones. It has to do with small, simple choices, and that's what I love to work with people with, is making some of those small, simple choices that you can make. And so let's just say you want a healthier nutrition. What's the one thing you'd like to give up? When I first started, the one thing I gave up, and not one doctor talked to me about it, was soda. I gave up soda. It took me about 2 months to really get through the withdrawal. That's when I knew I was addicted. It was soda. Maybe that's your one simple change. Maybe your one simple change is taking longer to eat. It's really important and I have a problem with that. And so I'm going to make a concerted effort to slow down, because for years I ate on the run, and you get in that habit, So being mindful when you're eating, maybe that's one simple change. So there's all these simple changes. And that's what I love to do and work with people on, is let's identify that one simple change. What does it look like for you? And let's work on it this month. And the group of people that I'm talking about, there are a bunch of friends and I, we get together at least once a month. It's usually at the first Monday of every month. And they try to miss any holidays like July 4th, because that's not a good time to make any kind of changes, right, when you're celebrating. Let's get together, let's make some simple changes. And there's simple guidelines. And I'm not talking about diet. This is really some simple guidelines to lifestyle that is really, really important for all of us. I've done it for years, and it's amazing how well you'll feel and the changes that you'll see. So personalize whatever change you're going to do. I would love to hear from you. So down below, just put in the one simple thing you'd like to change, and what you'd like to give up, and what you'd like to replace it with. And let's start a conversation about this, because I think it's important for all of us. And we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for a healthy, vibrant life. And the older we get, I'm going to be 65 this year. The older we get, that's exactly what we want. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, or in your early 20s. You want to live a healthy, vibrant life. And I think it's more important than ever for us to take the time and invest in some of those changes and live that kind of life. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. And then comment below. I'd like to hear from you. And let me know what's the one thing you'd like to give up and see replaced. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.